bombed the plate up the first baseline and had no chance to get Woodling. It was an unusual play with so much...
It's Yanks versus Dodgers, the Hatfields and McCoys of postseason baseball feuding once again in the 52nd World Series. 64,000 are at Yankee Stadium, where Casey Stengel and Walt Alston go with their aces in the opener of the 1955 Classic. The opposing pitchers are Whitey Ford for New York and Big Don Newcomb for Brooklyn. This is the 6th series between the two clubs, and Maya Wagner does the honors as the fans wait to see if this is the year for Brooklyn. They've yet to win a World Series, and Carl Furillo gets them off to a good start in the second inning, hitting a home run into the right field corner. The Dodgers have drawn first blood, and Dodger fans yell for more. The Yankees have won 16 World Championships, the Dodgers none in 7 attempts. Furillo started something Dodger fans are hoping maybe this is next year. Jackie Robinson steps in against Ford. Deep into left center, Irv Noren races after Robinson's blast. Jackie really teed off on Ford. Here comes the relay. Jackie slides, he's safe. Next man up for Brooklyn is Don Zimmer. Another hit, a bloop single to center that drops in front of Noren, and quicker than you can say Jackie Robinson, the Dodger third baseman trots in from third, making it 2-0 favor of the Dodgers. But Brooklyn joy fades quickly in the bottom of the second when Elston Howard swings away. Howard lashes a screaming line drive that sails into the left field seats. Joe Collins, who had walked, precedes Howard across the plate, and the score is all tied up at 2-2. But only for an inning. In the Dodger third, Duke Snyder gets the range on Whitey Ford. Going, a home run for the Duke, his 6th in World Series competition. The long ball is the story in today's big game in the big town, and Snyder's wallop gives the Dodgers the edge once again. Can they hold their lead? Not long. The Yanks tied it up in their half of the third inning, and then Joe Collins unties it in the fourth. And again, the story is the long ball. Collins is an underrated .234 hitter, but he's a big gun for the Yanks today. Collins completes the circuit, and it's 4-3 New York, and Joe isn't done with the heroics. He comes up in the 6th with Berra on base. Boom! Furillo and Snyder race back, but it's up in the seats for another home run, the 5th of the game and number 2 for Joe Collins. Yogi escorts Joe home for another glad hand reception at home plate and in the Yankee dugout. 6-3 is the score, but it is not the final score. With 1 run in the 8th and Jackie Robinson on third, pinch hitter Kellert faces Whitey Ford. The windup, and here comes Robinson, trying to steal home. He's safe, says the ump. He's out, says Yogi Berra, and brother, is Yogi hopping. And so the opening game ends with the Yankees winning 6-5. Berra still saying he was out, and Dodger fans rather mournfully saying, wait till tomorrow. The Dodgers waited 40 years for this day, and at long last, they're world champions. This is next year. They doed it. Johnny Podres outlasted the Yankees' Tommy Byrne on the mound, and Walt Alston's Brooklyn Dodgers brought home the bacon for President Walter O'Malley. 63,000 fans were in Yankee Stadium for the sudden death 7th game, with the Dodgers getting going in the 4th inning. Byrne facing Roy Campanella. Roy lashes one into the left field corner where Elston Howard has trouble finding the handle of the ball, and the hit goes for a double. This was the beginning as them bums reared up to win their first series in 8 attempts. With Campy on third, Gil Hodges takes aim. It's a hit, a clutch single for Hodges, and Campy scores to put the Brooks out front, 1-0. Not much of a lead over the vaunted Yanks, who have won 16 World Series, but the Dodgers add another in the 6th. Pee Wee Reese opened the inning with a single, and manager Alston calls on home run slugger Duke Snyder to lay one down. Burns' toss pulls Skowron off the bag, and the ball is jarred loose on the attempted tag. All hands safe. Campanella bunts both runners along, and Carl Furillo gets an intentional pass. That brings Casey Stengel to the mound for a conference. and the call goes out to the bullpen. Byrne had won the second game, but strategy dictates a change now. Tommy takes the long, long walk to the showers, and Bob Grimm takes over the job of pitching to Gil Hodges. Gil comes through again, this time a deep fly ball to Bob's serve in center field. Reese tags up and comes in to score. It's 2-0 Dodgers. Still not much of a lead when Johnny Podvers faces Yogi Berra in the Yankee sixth. Yogi lifts one to left field. 2 men on. If it drops, it's trouble. Sandy Ambrose makes a one-hand catch, whips it to Reese, who fires to first to double up McDougal. The Yanks is dead. Johnny Podvers pitched his heart out, and it's all over but the shouting and the tumult. The Dodgers win it 2-0 and win their first World Series. They were out-hit by a gallant Yankee team, but never outplayed, and this day will live long in the memory of Brooklyn, USA.